Good evening, everyone. This is Spook, and we're back after a couple weeks off with Control. So I had a busy couple weeks. I had to work Saturday mornings 2 weeks in a row because it was the end of tax season, and I was just not up for doing everything. You know, I knew I wouldn't be able to find the time to cut everything and post it to YouTube. I just knew I wouldn't get a damn thing done. So rather than fall behind, I said, look, I'm just going to back away. And at least on the plus side, working the last weekend there got me a nice little bonus. A little worn out, though. I mean, I've only had 2 days off in the last 3 weeks. And that gets to you after a while. I kind of wish I'd taken a little more time off. I've gotten into the habit of taking daily walks around the neighborhood, but I haven't gotten to any of that this week. I had 2 doctor's visits. It rained at least once. And, at some point you just go, I don't have time. But anyway, I'm back. We're going to do Control tonight. I'm going to do 2 hours. I'm going to shoot for 3. And then, hopefully... And tomorrow we're going to do Persona 5. 5. Now, I do have Persona 4 on my laptop, and if I can figure out how to do OBS, I might try to do that as a non-streaming series. Oh, what? These guys suck. Yeah, explodey boys. No me gusta. Ah! Son of a... Well, welcome back to Control. That was an inauspicious start. It's not even 6 o'clock. Not even. And that's normally when I start, and I'm already right up the fucking creek. Just getting murdered left and right. So some things never change, clearly. As nifty as these loading screens are, they are still pretty long, which I'm not really fond of. Oh, that's... Hold on. So I'm looking for someone called Marshall. Should be in the research sector. Man, if I had a clue where that was. No, that's not it. Oh, is that me switching weapons? Oh, okay. Okay, a nice little dash. Okay, clearly it's been a while. Okay, I don't remember what button, They're just like my children, numerous and belligerent. Alright, what do we have over here? I know that there's a button for seeing the map, and I do not recall what the button is. Ah! What in the hell was that? Oh, that's just a thing I can throw. Oh, that's a thing I already gathered. Alright. There it is. I always forget to check the D-pad. It's a habit. Oh, balls. Oh! Wow, if it's going to take me 2 tries at each encounter, this is going to be a long one. God, I'm so excited to not be working tomorrow. I mean, there's a bunch of things I got to do, but it's not too important. I mean, I do want to sit down and learn how to use this video editing software I've picked up. Like for YouTube, I want to have a title animation. Just, I'm going to cap it at 2 seconds, of course, because I think that's really the limit. I mean, you can probably get away with 5 seconds, but honestly, I think that's pushing it. Jesus, so many of these assholes. Man, I've been really having this whole experience of too many games, too little time, not enough time. Because I've got, ever since I've gotten onto Steam and learned about things like is there any deal, and just keeping an eye on things on Twitter that keep track of deals on games, it's like you can just buy all the things for not very much. It's like the only thing stopping me is going, yeah, but do I have the time? And the answer too often is just no. Oh, where'd that come from? Fuck. Come on, who's next? Who's next? That guy, apparently. Well, this certainly feels like progress of some kind. God, that is such a look. It's like you have these heavily greebled structures and then they kind of smooth out into this ugly brutalist, just, I'd say masterpiece, but I kind of want the opposite of that. Maybe abomination would be a good way to describe it. God, speaking of brutalist architecture, I found out that a building I had to go to a couple times back in 2019 when I was unemployed, I went to this place a couple times for job interviews that went nowhere. And I found out that they're closing the whole thing down because of the damage done to it during our storm back in August. And it was just kind of interesting. It's like, oh, wow, that's a place I've been and it's in the news. It's always surreal when that happens. Like, we had a massive flood here a long time ago.
Someone needs help over there.
And a friend of mine and I went, you know, we took the highway and we saw places that we'd been in. Just, they'd vanished under the water. Because, I mean, it was a biblical flood.
I'm here.
Oh, hello, person.
What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
You're bleeding all over, dude. That is not a little scrap.
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please.
Well,
gotta get him
shit.
out of there. I'll be fine. Really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
Damn well hope so.
Yeah.
Use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry. The threshold.
Yeah, the whole I'm fine thing is what landed me in the hospital the second time. I mean, when you spend multiple days on your back because you're too dizzy to move, you know, maybe it's time to see the emergency room. Ah. Two. Law of threes. Gotcha. This feels like, you know, it's just one of these weird extra-dimensional spaces we keep coming back to. I half expect to see a little person dressed in red dancing around in here. It's just got that kind of mood. I may be doing something foolish, Okay, nothing happened. I still can't get over this being a thing. Like there was a department store back home, and I distinctly remember them having a cigarette vending machine. And it was just in the entryway. Like, anyone could just walk up and use it. And there was no check for ID. And I probably said all this the last time I was in this hotel. And it just blows me away that that was a thing that existed. I mean, if you didn't card somebody for cigarettes and the cops caught you, that was a serious fine. But apparently, just letting a machine do it was totally okay. So, like, you always had to check ID for cigarettes and alcohol, and that was fine. God, these texture loading issues are kind of rampant. I have no idea what we're doing here. But if somebody came up to you with a fake ID, you knew it wasn't a cop, because the cops never used fake IDs. It's always they sent somebody in with some money, told them to try to buy something illegally, and if you didn't card them, you were busted. You'd probably lose your job and you'd be fined and so forth. But if somebody came in with a fake ID, that was more or less okay. Go to the mailroom. Well, I can't figure out what the heck to do in here. Whee! I could do that all day if it would let me. Ah! Go away! Well, I guess we'll find out what this is all about. Maybe it's just a side quest thingy. Ugh. Oh, I shouldn't be yawning. I've only been up for 12 hours and 45 minutes. This is gonna be some kind of fucking boss fight, isn't it? Oh! Shit, I'm gonna lose. Boy, by putting a meter on your gun and your various psychic attacks, they really just make you... I mean, the playstyle they want is for you to switch between the two, and they really do make sure you do that. Hey, I completed a thing, and I still hear screechy monsters. Well, so I had some success. That's always nice. Now let's get the hell out of here. That was nice, a combat encounter where I didn't die horribly. I know that seems like a minor goal, but damn it, I accomplished something today. Excuse me. Yeah, once I figure out that OBS stuff, that opens up a whole new world of bullshit I can stream. Amongst them is Persona 4, which of course I'm kind of going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to do. Because there's that one story arc that really hasn't aged well. Given that this is a game that came out in Japan in 2009, or 12 years past that, and certain attitudes just don't really work. And those who know, you know what that was all about. I guess it would help if I had some idea where I was going. I definitely like the style of the map, how it's like half redacted. You know, it's like, okay, we've got some Fog of War stuff, but instead of, you know, just having it undiscovered or grayed out, they actually make it look like it's blacked out with a marker, which I think is kind of cool. You know, it's little stylistic touches like that that I appreciate. Okay, I think I've been in here. Oh, I have not. So you could just open the box like a normal person, or you could show off your psychic powers. Well, we know what she's going to do. Oh. Is that a one-way door? Is that... Oh. Was I already in here? Or is this a new shelter? Yeah, I'm feeling a little lost. God, I'm way back here. Okay, okay, I'm basically just trying to get towards any blacked out area because at the very least, it's somewhere I definitely haven't been. Well, this is new. Well, at least they're not very smart. Ow, that wasn't smart of me, in all fairness. Interesting, they gave them names. I feel like there's a lot of iceberg-style world building here. Like, there's probably a story behind some of those losses. Okay, are we done? Can I go back to badly exploring before I was so rudely interrupted? So we're back in here. Man, I am just... Boy, I'm just wrecking the joint. Oh. Really? Why can't I squeeze through there? So there's a whole section I can't access, and I have no idea what to do about that. And the map doesn't let me zoom or anything. This is frustrating. Oh, look. Spammers. One moment. bunch of arseholes.